Welcome back, everyone, to Pathologic. So I think by the end of the day, considering I'm going to bring Artemi his inheritance, I can probably also throw... never mind. I was about to say, I should throw him under the bus, and then I remembered, wait, no, I want to throw Anna under the bus. I need to keep the Ripper on my good side. Dear God, why are they making this 12-year-old make so many fucking fraught decisions? Nah, you're magic. You gotta do all this shit. Fuck you! Okay, I got a comment the other day on my Vanger's ending video, and it was just like, this isn't for kids. You're using very naughty language. And I'm like, what? The fuck makes you think these are for kids? These are for me. Yo, Ripper.
Yes?
Aspity claims she's holding the key to your destiny. Go and see her. Who's Aspity? Aspity, Saba Otun, the Queen of Worms. Shall I teach you some manners, perhaps? Oh, don't do that. I'll visit the woman of yours to show me where she lives. It's the only house with a cellar in the quarter which corners on the abattoir and runs adjacent to the cemetery. I can't be bothered. Love will find a way, you blockhead. Jeez. Huh. I was just thinking... Like, I was just thinking, oh man, Artemi's being really rude to me now that I'm a kid. And then I realized, oh, maybe Artemi doesn't like children. At least not yet. He doesn't know about his bound. At this point, he's just trying to save the town. He hasn't made his pact with little Capella yet. And he may have been polite to the Bachelor because he thought the Bachelor could do something for him. Similarly, the Bachelor may have been polite with him because he knew he could get something from him, but neither of them have anything they want from me. They don't believe in me.
Shabnakadir is tracing the streets like bacteria in a vein.
Wait, quick save.
What are the...
He's been here already. What did you want to talk about? Ask quickly. And you're not going to interrupt me? No, I'm not. Speak. Saba, oh Saba, I know of your this. Your greatest desire is to kill Vlad Olgimsky. Will you agree to touch me? Aspity, oh Aspity, I know of you this. You incited the kin to riot. You've fallen in love with this Barak. What do you want to know? Who are you? I was born 5 years ago during the first outbreak. I'm a reminder. Are you the plague personified? I could be, but I haven't done anything recently, though I did organize that riot which got the infected Isidore in a bit of a pickle. Oh. The Shabnakadir exists. Is it you? Which of us is the reason for everything? Which of us is a figurine with the clot of a living soul residing in her, but for a while? Which of us is the true Shabnakadir? You'll see in the end. I'll be of service to you yet, Changeling. Spare me. Don't let your sister out. Don't let her take over. Why did you call me that? That is your great blessing. You're a thief now, having stolen the name and fate of another, but beware of the law. You'll live through the persecution and emerge triumphant, maybe. I'll think it over. Got it. Everything is going the way it should be. Each event is a sign. No incident is coincidence. Every messenger is an envoy of the higher powers. The role of a judge scares me more than death itself, but if I refuse, someone else will pass judgment in my place. The consequences then would be terrifying. What? Where do I go now?
He who dis...
Well, I feel confident in telling Alexander that Aspity didn't bring the pest. But apparently Isidore was infected? Was it... Did Isidore bring Simon to him deliberately to infect him? And if that's the case, why? Or did Simon do that? Or did Simon do... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. Or did Simon do that? Did Simon deliberately get himself infected because he thought he could stave off the disease? That seems likely. He loved this town, that's for certain. And he knew that, more so than anything, he would want it to survive. So that means there is a chance that he was like, shit, Sandpest is coming. Like, Isidore gets sick, and he's like, I got some bad news, man. Sandpest is coming. I don't think I can stop it this time. Or maybe he was going to stop it. It doesn't really matter. He would never get the opportunity to after Oyun kills him. So, he's infected. He goes to Simon. He's like, yo, the disease is coming. I've already got it. You are the strongest dude in town. If anyone can survive this, it's you. Oh boy. If anyone can survive this, it's you. So I am going to give you the sick, and when you live, then we'll be able to make a cure from it. And then he dies, so fucking scratch that off. That's not gonna happen. He dies, Simon dies, and then everyone else is left to pick up the pieces. Unfortunate. Now that I know what I'm looking for, like, the infected house really stands out. So can I talk to Alexander?
My strength will complement her weakness. It's time for our family to shine.
Mercy to the innocent, a reckoning to the guilty. I spoke with Aspity. I got inside her soul. I never doubted you. What's in there? Spite. Spit. What's your verdict then? Is she guilty? No, she isn't. Not good. So there's been no miracle. Are you angry, Father? On the other hand, I've suspected that it would be impossible to pinpoint the culprit at once. That tips the scale a little more against your twin sister. Beware, Clara. Your reputation has taken a serious blow. The rabble does not distinguish between the two of you. Oh. That's no blow my reputation can't take. No, Aspity is not guilty of the outbreak. What she believes is what is real is not the same. Whatever horrible deed she's taken responsibility for, I will not be her accuser. She is destined, perhaps, to redeem herself for the evil she has caused. That much we know. She is one of the component persons necessary for Clara's miraculous solution. I should speak to Katerina, see the nature of her ailment.
Yes.
You're the only one capable of a true victory, and that is why I'm going to tell you about the roots. I'm listening. These are our parties. The first thing, the original creation, was the earth, the ancient one, giving life to the plants and animals. She begat the abattoir, and begat the kin. She gives, and she takes. The dead go into her. Everything ends with her. She is the inception and the completion. Such is the law. We, the Saburovs, act in the interests of the law, by which everyone must abide. Ours is a faith of humility. Tell me more. A town sprang up upon the earth. A town of men was built upon her, the earth eternal, the giver of life, built by greed and creativity, by ingenuity and hard work. The abattoir found its continuation in the works and the railway. The hands of the Algimskis crafted an environment in which people could develop and reflect. Theirs is a faith of construction. Speak on. Finally, the minds of people, desiring to overcome the limits set for human beings by their nature and condition, engendered projects that were fantastic and audacious. That was how the party of creativity and invention emerged and flourished, the party of the Canes. Theirs is a faith of utopia, a belief in miracles, a belief in a non-existent place. Go on, go on. I foresee myself knowing why this punishment has befallen us. The town lived, grew, developed, and finally tried to break free of its own limitations. The earth had borne it hit. The earth that had borne it hit it on its head, which it had stuck out too far, much like a strict mother would do with her unthinking child. So this is the will of the earth? I believe that the earth wishes to return unto herself what has moved waywardly out of her reach. And before I explain to you the path that I am setting before you, I want to know for certain whether I have my dear child on my side. I'll look around and use my judgment. For now, I must obey. There is no other way ahead for me. You will speak to those bound to you about the truth of humility. You are to convince one of them, 2 of them, 3 of them of the true faith's wisdom. Should some of them prove stubborn, you will use the powers that were granted to you by Providence itself. What happens if I convert them? The evil will not touch them. You will see it for yourself. They will become invulnerable to the scythe that will cut down the brazen, the blind, and the bellicose. Save them. All right, then. You shall begin with Grace, the late cemetery caretaker's daughter. She's especially dear to me. Doesn't she sympathize with you? With us? I want to be certain of that. Make friends with her. Try to make her like you and grow in affection for you eventually. You don't need much for this, and if you need to find out more about her, Laura Ravel is the person who will tell you about Grace. She is as much of an angel of kindness as the poor daughter of the caretaker, and her father has recently died, too. What you're saying is wise and true. Okay. But why is Lara one of my bound? Why is she one of the lowdown, destitute? So I can talk to Lara. A lot of choices in this one. Do you want to do this or do you want to do that? Do you want to lay the blame at Aspity's feet, or are you willing to take the blame for yourself? I mean, I'm not taking the blame, but people are far more likely to blame me now that no one else is. I don't need those alpha tablets. Nice. It's the best day ever. So if I get... Jesus Christ, kids everywhere. Wait, can I give her lockpicks? No, I have nothing she wants. Damn. So the rings are only for selling and trading to the bigger girls. The older girls. That's curious. God damn. Chillins everywhere. You know what they say, all gods chillins got shoes. That seems like a fair deal. Fairer still. Nice. Tell me about Grace, the speaker of the dead.
Haruspex was offered 100,000 for his inheritance. He refused.
We'll prepare for the hard times. I hope they don't last long. Laura, tell me of Grace. You know her, don't you? What makes you think I do? You're similar. You both live for the sake of the dead, or am I wrong? You're both kind souls, almost blessed fools. Why would you put it like that? A kind soul is not the same as a kind person. You're crafty after all. You seem to say perfectly good things, but they're actually quite backhanded. You've probably got something like that in store for Grace, too, don't you? Sorry. My words often come out crippled. I'm bad at expressing how I feel. I barely know Grace. We haven't spoken a lot. Do you want to make friends with her? Of course I do. You want to make a good impression on Grace? Bring her some flowers, bread, and milk for the dead. She'll be elated and do anything. That simple? What do I give Grace herself? She doesn't need anything. With people like Grace and me, it's the good done to one's neighbor that matters. I thought you understood that. I do. It's called selflessness. I need to only to find a flour, some milk, and a loaf of bread. This will be enough to please Grace. Fuck. Where am I gonna find a flour? I'm gonna have to do a lot of walking out in the steppe. Well, if I'm out there, I can go, no, I was about to say, I can trade for herbs. And I remembered, I can't do that. I'm not that character. Hey, fuck. I can try picking herbs, and then I can bring those herbs to Andre, who will probably give me good stuff for them. Nice. Finally, some sewing needles. Oh, God. And Vlad is dead ahead. I should be able to walk. Yeah, I can walk the length of the loch. Or the river. It's not a loch. I don't know why I called it that. Okay, apparently I can't. Is that on my map? Oh, God. I don't think so. Oh, well. That's weird. A fallen trash can. Don't do this to me, kid. Don't ever schmouter. Okay, good. I wonder if characters only show things that they have to trade if you can afford to trade for them. Just so, you know, the game doesn't obligate you to kill children to get stuff that you want. Hey, kid. Want a knife? Yeah, I'm down. Medicine's more valuable than a useless weapon. I say with absolute confidence about something I don't really know. Full suite. So, I'm gonna throw Anna under the bus. I think. Yo. You need medicine, right? There's a man who can make a drug to treat the disease. Ripper, that's who. Our Ripper? You mean young Barack? Sadly, that's a misconception. I used to think so, too. I wanted to get as many twirine infusions out of him as possible. They're priceless. His father had been a respected man who knew his trade. This one, though, he doesn't know anything. Are you sure? Quite. When I brought him to Isidore's workshop, he didn't even know how to use a distiller and just stood there gaping at it. He doesn't know what twire is. How can someone like that be a knower of root, knot, and grass fibers? Even the Stabatans by now have more knowledge of herbs than him. Amateurs. The plague take them. Brock brought those amateurs a few of his own infusions today. Andre says they're genuine. Is that so? Andre's no Peter, of course, but he's a fine expert. Few gatherers have inhaled as much twirine fumes as he has in the last couple years. You deserve a reward, Clara. Don't turn it down. Your discovery will earn our family a fortune and benefit the town greatly. Just don't tell the Haruspecs how you found out. Nice! 1,000 rubles. Not a lot, but whatever. Alright, let's see if I can successfully go flower picking. And maybe I can find some herbs too. Now that I know how to look for them, they're easy to spot. They grow tall and proud. Crap. Oh, crap. why can I hear Isidore's voice? Now it makes me wonder if the Bachelor could have done so as well. He just had no cause to come out here. Curious.